Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. This is a little bit of a weird video because I'm going to be uploading it purposely out of order. Not that there's necessarily going to be any progress on here, but I'm going to make sure this one goes up the day after I record it, because there's been some talk in the comments. Is Northern Lion burned out on Isaac? He's making big mistakes. He's being an idiot, which I'll admit. I've been making big mistakes for 4 years when it comes to playing Isaac, but maybe there's been more of them lately. And I want to address that. Ignore this Azazel run. This is from the stream today. So we'll just do a new run. And we'll play, maybe we'll try Lazarus Mega Satan. And I don't want to keep people in suspense. This is not like a clickbaity type thing. I'll just show you the seed here. FXZ39XQ0. Isaac is going to continue. I'm not burned out on it, but I'll admit maybe I've been rushing my play a little bit lately. Maybe because, with the dailies, I have something that I can, focus on from, a score perspective. And then on the other runs, I'm, unlocking progress. And I'm kind of just let's just, knock these out. We got to knock out, 30 greed mode runs so we can get to 999 cents. But, I'm interested to know the feedback that you guys have had, because I've read the comments and stuff like that. I don't like seeing stuff like, whoa, NL, if you're burned out on the game, you don't need to play it. Because that's not really feedback. That's, an assumption. If I was burned out on Isaac, I would cancel it, the same way I've canceled without notice many other series in the past. Another thing that I'm a little bit ashamed of. But this is still my go-to #1 thing to record in the morning. I wake up. Did I actually just say in the morning? With an A or with an apostrophe? Either way, that's a funny one. But I'm always excited to do the dailies. I'm always down with stuff like that. But I'll admit, some of my play has been a little sloppy lately outside of the dailies. Although the dailies themselves have been pretty good. But I've been seeing the feedback. If you have any specific feedback for me, just tweet me. Let me know what you haven't liked seeing in recent Isaac episodes, what you have liked seeing. Because Isaac's not going anywhere, and I'm still having a great time playing it. But if you're having a frustrating time watching it, and you feel that has changed in ways that are imperceptible to me, at least at a base level when I just take a look at it, let me know. Because I want to play in such a way that people are fond of if they feel I've deviated from my value statement. Because we had this happen before, when I got sort of invested in a streak last January or February. People were like, you've let it go on the absurdity level a little bit, and people were riled up about it, and as a result, I toned back the try-harding and started having a much more fun time just going for absurdity, and that worked out very well, and ended up aiding and abetting our 100 streak that we had earlier, but or later in that year, I suppose. So yeah, anyway, what I'm getting at here is just let me know. I'm not burned out. I know that's exactly what the cynics amongst you would assume that someone would say if they were burned out, but I genuinely do love the game, and I come back to it as my first thing to do every single day. I mean, the reason there's so much Isaac and not very much of anything else is because I'm playing so much Isaac. I am going to open the door a little bit, and then we'll get started here. So one thing that I think I've been hearing a lot of is, be a little bit more absurd. If we find dice rooms, I'm obviously 100% committed to stuff like that, but we can explore a little bit more, take a little bit more due diligence as well. And the most important thing, I think, is just focusing on having fun with the runs as opposed to knocking specific stuff out. But we definitely do need to, at the same time, knock out some specific stuff on this run, if we can, at least. Yeah, hot bombs are okay. I'm not going to take the pill yet, but I am going to try to resurrect as Lazarus in a little bit of time here. If we can just die after fighting the first boss, maybe pick up his HP and then take... maybe we should try to just die on the deal with the devil here because it's an XL floor. Normally, I'm more of an advocate of dying in advance, but if there's only... if it's all truncated on the same floor, I feel like we might as well take Nun's Habit here. Why not take advantage of that and try to die on the deal with the devil, or at least spend some of our HP on the deal with the devil, so we're not kind of what's the opposite of double dipping? That would be you're getting twice the benefit for 1x the cost. I want to get twice the benefit for... Wait a minute, no, that's exactly what I want. I don't want to pay twice as much, is what I'm trying to get at. That's like inverse double dipping. That's like 1 over dipping. I don't want a 1 over dip. Let's check our secret room quickly as well. And this guy's got some cash for us. I think it's probably more advantageous to go for the near guaranteed cash than these pills that are a little, dubious. Sometimes they're going to be good, sometimes they're going to be shit. I don't think we need to buy right away. And by the way, I'm not taking the Spirit Heart because I want to have it for HP after we kind of kill ourselves. But I'm a little bit wary about doing this for reasons that I think are probably, you know, obvious if you take a second and think about them. Which is not really the dictionary definition of obvious, I guess. But, you know, it's like pseudo-obvious. I want to make sure we get a deal with the devil, but I don't want to take a spirit heart and then just lose it anyway. Oh my god, magic mush? I guess now that I think about it, it's probably really smart for us to take the spirit heart. Because it's not like after we die... No, after we die, we would lose the spirit heart. Yeah, also, I definitely should have killed myself before I picked up magic mushroom, but I got obsessed with my own strategy regarding that spirit heart. The good news is magic mush is dope either way. The bad news is we're effectively 1 HP down from where we otherwise would be. Great job, Northern Lion. Make a video where you talk about how you're going to try to iron out the mistakes a little bit and then make a mistake. At least it's a relatively minor one, I think. You know what? Maybe we don't. No, we definitely, like, still kill ourselves, right? To get the extra damage bonus. But maybe we don't. Like, I don't know. We've already gotten double damage. I mean, an extra 30% damage isn't bad, obviously. But if it's not in the cards for us, maybe it's not in the cards for us. I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with going this way. It's maybe suboptimal, but still. Explosive diarrhea is fine. Might even be able to get some extra pills out of it. Surprisingly, no. Puberty and telepills. Didn't really gain anything of value out of that at all. One second, we're getting a little framiness here. And I think that hopefully will take care of it a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I didn't want to get too introspective with the video because that kills a little bit of the entertainment value as well. But I wanted to let you know, people get mad on the internet when they feel like their feedback is not being heard. Your feedback is being heard, and I'm not just responding to it like, well, you guys don't know what you're talking about. What I'm responding with is a, yeah, there's 2 items. We got them both already. Specific feedback, a solicitation for specific feedback, and a renewed commitment to doubling down on absurdity and having a fun time with it. I'm having a fun time with the game. What I might be failing to do is adequately convey the fun that I'm having with the game from a viewer's perspective, which is a failure on an entertainment level for sure. But I know there's going to be some people out there who are going to be like, I've been enjoying the videos and have not noticed any change. And you know what? Even better. Disregard. I don't think I've changed the recipe, but it's possibly the recipe has changed, or it's possible the recipe has changed. But if you're gonna be bent out of shape about me saying things like Tech Point X instead of Tech X, you know, you're in for a long lifetime, buddies, because those old brain structures are not getting any better anytime soon. I'm gonna, I'm well on my way to being Grandpa Simpson, which hopefully doesn't mean that I'm, predisposed to a full-blown case of dementia, but occasionally I'm gonna be getting some aphasic kind of symptoms, getting the names wrong of items. Adding a decimal point to a name is just, the mathematics of the situation creeping their way in. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but it seemed like kind of a heady assessment of the situation, and as such, I liked it. BBF. Oh my god, I took the deal with the devil. No, I didn't. Okay. Initially, I was like, oh my god, did I squander another chance at Mega Satan? Then I realized there were no items on our deal with the devil, so we're totally fine. So this is like it's a bit of a weird Lazarus run, I'll admit. And I would like to still, if we find a good opportunity to end our lives and pick up a bunch of spirit hearts, that might be something. Like if we get a super bandage on our next item room or our next boss fight, I'd like to give it a try. If we get Rosary somewhere, Rosary is going to be kind of a disappointing get, so I think I'd be excited to be like, okay, let's at least get an extra damage bonus that's aided and abetted by the existence of Rosary. But we are in kind of like that sunk cost fallacy. We're in like almost inverse sunk cost fallacy of like, well, we haven't paid for something, we should have paid for it earlier. Guppy's Paw we can at least hold. I know we didn't explore too much here, but we'll go down to the next floor. We already got our item room, don't have enough money for our shop. Tell you what, let's pop this once. Guppy's Paw does give us the ability to do the Lazarus thing, but we'd only have 3 spirit hearts after we came out of it. I'd really like to have that red heart container so we could deal with the devil stuff. Which is like one step beyond butt stuff on the relationship baseball analogy. We really gotta have like a convention. There's like the Council of Nicaea and stuff like that that determined, it was like 2,000 years ago, interpretations of the Bible. We need that, but for the sexual metaphor of the basis. Because you talk to some people, people will be like, first base is like manual stimulation. By the way, this is gonna get a little 18 plus. If you're watching this at work, put your headphones on. Unless your boss is a fan, in which case maybe you could give me a job. But you talk to some people, they'll be like, first base, manual stimulation. Second base, wait, no, maybe first base is kissing? Second base is like manual stimulation, like a hand job. Third base is like oral stimulation. Robo Baby 2.0. And then, you know, fourth base, full-blown adult style intercourse. I don't know why I said adult style. It makes it come across a little weird, but then you talk to some people, and they go, no, they got their own, they're playing a different kind of baseball. They're playing like cricket or something. They're like, you know, first base is over the shirt, second base is under the shirt, third base is under the pant line, and home run, full-blown intercourse. And you talk to some people who are apparently Amish, and they're like, you know, first base is holding hands, second base is kissing, third base is oral sex, fourth base is well, it's a home run, but it's also, you know, full-blown adult-style intercourse. Well, all people can seem to agree on is what a home run is. Ooh, let's take it, even if it's HP, whatever. It's not, which maybe is good, weirdly enough. We don't have any bombs! Ah! We don't have any bombs! Blow up! What are we gonna do about this? I don't know what we're gonna do about this. Maybe we're just gonna have to settle for, like, this being a darkroom run? That was really stupid of me, but when was the last time I had a bomb? That's still not really a good excuse. I should have just bought one from our shop on the last floor. But anyway, getting back to the important stuff at hand, is the baseball analogy, man. We gotta have a convention, and I'm not talking about a PAX, I'm talking about like a Geneva convention. It's like a PAX for diplomats, you know, a PAX for countries, where we finally figure out. Personally, it's not like this has a huge bearing on my actual life, but we should be able to communicate with one another and know where we stand. I guess I've just committed to not killing myself as Lazarus on this run, which honestly is just made possible by the fact that we have Magic Mush, but like we already have the damage multiplier. And damage multipliers might cannibalize one another anyway. Like the damage multiplier for Lazarus might not override the one from Bloody Lust, or sorry, from Magic Mush, so I guess maybe it doesn't matter. We're really just not gonna get a bomb. It's kind of amazing. But like the point of language and, you know, even metaphorical stuff is that we should be able to communicate with one another. Personally, I, in my adult age, have come to assume the quote-unquote Omaha model of the sexual baseball analogy, which I will never stop enjoying the expression thereof. And that's first base is kissing, second base is manual, third base oral, fourth base full-blown intercourse. Now, don't let me sway your opinion if you don't agree with me. Wow, that hurts. You know, you should feel free to vote for whatever you'd like to vote for. Cricket's head. I don't know if it does anything because we have Magic Mush, but I'm happy about it regardless, I suppose. You know, you can get on my butt for this one, but there's just no bombs available on this floor. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. So, yeah, I mean, I can't even get to that guy, so I think we'll just bounce. That's real unfortunate. Especially because they let me back in. No fanny pack, no nothing. So, I mean, maybe we'll get another chance, but I don't think so. This is like a doomed run. But we'll see. We'll see. We might get lucky. So that's, I think, like, probably whoever in the American election puts that on their platform will simplify the baseball analogy. I'm voting for him. I don't care if it's Vermin Supreme or D's Nuts. Actually, if it's D's Nuts, I'll vote for him twice. You can, oh, NL, I thought you weren't going to make things political. I'm not American. I can't vote. This is a joke. Hopefully I'll be telling a bunch of them today. I don't know, though, man. As much as I love the idea of a man who wears a boot on his head running for president, I don't think I can vote for that. I don't think I could. It's easy when it's not your country. Like, I know a lot of people right now who are watching the, you know, American election cycle, which apparently goes on for 3.9 years. You take one day off for the inauguration of whoever wins, and then it's election season starting up again. Only 1,600 days till the election. Get hype, everybody. But, and they go, man, I hope so-and-so wins. It would be really funny. And you're like, yeah, man. But, like, is it, though? Because they, like, control like 50% of the world's supply of nuclear weapons and the largest standing army and, you know, like a lot of stuff that has kind of uncomfortable connotations. Like, I guess it is funny, but at the same time, it's funny in like a oh shit kind of way. Is it not? Maybe I'm being a little too serious about things. Maybe I need to lighten up a little bit. It's just a free world after all. There's some serious irony on this run. In that, after not having any bombs and desperately needing them to actually fulfill kind of our to-do list obligation here, we got a floor where we have unlimited bombs. And I mean, that's sweet. I'm stoked to have them. But at the same time, it would have been really convenient for me if this had happened on our last floor instead. I do love this BBF Hot Bomb synergy, though. It also gives me the chance to maybe do like an acoustic cover of my Hot Bomb song. Like maybe, Hot Bombs. Got you on my knees, hot bombs. Begging Edmund, please, hot bombs. That's a parody of Eric Clapton's cover of his own song from Eric Clapton Unplugged. That's Layla, which I'm pretty sure that if we had like a competition for just the dadliest, the daddiest sounds weird, but the dadliest songs of all time, you're definitely looking at a finals consisting of the Eagles' Hotel California and Eric Clapton's acoustic cover of his own song, Layla. Because, like, Layla itself is a song, you know, the electric version is just white hot. It's searing with rage and passion. But the acoustic version is like, well, we should at least pop this, even if we're going to keep the Emperor card. The acoustic version is like, man, I don't have time to get angry about stuff like girls anymore. I got a mortgage. Layla. Slightly below APR, Layla. Turn on NPR, Layla. You know, it's like, it's the maturing of that white hot rage that all young men do go through that phase at points in their lives. Hotel California is like that too. I'm pretty sure that most dads like Hotel California because they actually think that it's about having a bad experience at a hotel, which every dad can relate to. It's like, you can check out anytime, but you can never leave. They won't give you your bags back, even though you checked them in on, you know, you got 6 hours to kill to your flight, thought you'd get some lunch. Now you're gonna miss it. Charge Baby is okay. I'm hoping we can maybe snag a Joker card here somewhere. Get into our boss fight, our Angel Room, despite the fact that, we were not able to do so legitimately. We might as well take the missing poster. It's weird, because missing poster now when you die... Oh my god, we actually got the rosary. You're actually gonna put me on the spot. Am I gonna do it? No, I think I'll just take the rosary. This is not the right way to handle a Lazarus run. But we already have 2 damage multipliers, so actually maybe it is. Oh, Jesus. What if we blow this guy up? Maybe there's a chance we get a deal with the angel out of it? Like, you get an extra deal chance? Maybe this is it. This is probably our secret room. And inside we find a bunch of poop. Alright, let's go to our boss fight. I mean, we have bombs. We just need to find a way into the angel room. Unless this is a red chest. Oh, is it ramming speed? Don't think it's that prudent for us. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, there's an obvious application to this Emperor card I'm thinking of. And the application is use it to teleport out of boss room. Oh, why? I didn't walk into it. I just grazed it. That's alright. I can live with that. Okay. Angel room. No angel room. Is there any way that we can still get the key outside of the obvious just, like, finding Dad's key? Man, that would be like an awesome get out of jail free card right now. But I doubt we will be so lucky. Like, even now I'm thinking, like, if we find an angel statue, we'll blow this guy up to try to get a better chance at an angel statue. Or an angel room, I should say. But if we find an angel room, will we be able to get 2 key pieces? Because my fear, I'm not going to say that this is my assumption, because I may be wrong in this. I'm like 50-50 if this is how it works. But my fear is that the first key piece is like coded to that first angel statue. The second one is coded to the second angel statue. The ones that we end up seeing, at least. It's possible that they're actually just coded to, or tied to, the first one that we that we actually pop open. If that's the case, what the heck's going on here? There's no enemy. What? What happened? If it's tied to whatever ones we blow up, we got no problems. Life's good. If it's not, though, we may be just up shit creek, not even without a paddle. We don't even have a boat. We're just wading in shit. Telepills. I think I like this more than the Emperor card. There's a chance we get to the error room instead. Why did everything instantly get confused there? Please let this be an aberration of game logic and not just my own inability to see where that was triggered from. I don't like telepills more than the Emperor in general, but I like telepills more than the Emperor for getting out of boss rush, at least, because that means we can save the card that actually has a guaranteed usefulness. But I'm looking at this run and I'm saying, you know what? Boss rush probably not going to happen, and you know what? That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Boss rush. Got me on my knees, boss rush. Let's listen to some Russ, Boss Rush. Saying Boss Rush and not saying Bob Ross, it's become surprisingly difficult with the, the new rise of Bob Ross as a renewed cultural phenomenon on Twitch. And it's great. I think the world, even though Bob Ross doesn't tickle my fancy that much personally, I've watched a little bit. It's just I can't paint. He's very relaxing. Don't get me wrong. I understand it as kind of like a proto ASMR thing or something like that. But I think the world could use a little bit of Bob Ross, man. I'll take Tractor Beam here. Although maybe, you could argue that maybe it's better for us to reroll to try to get Dad's Key, but whatever. Let's focus on being less goal-oriented and more on being fun-oriented. There's a better joke in there somewhere, but what if I wasn't joking, dog? I was being serious. What I mean when I say we could use a little bit more Bob Ross in our life is just, a little bit more don't sweat the small stuff and it's all small stuff style stuff. There's enough troubles in life without having to get riled up over things that don't even matter. A number of people, sounds like I'm making this up, but it's true, contacted me and suggested that I fill a certain Bob Ross-esque niche in their own lives. And I appreciate that and I understand that. You know what? Yeah, we'll use the Bible for this. I know this sounds ridiculous, but we do that. And then, there's an angel statue. I have to go for this. And we will blow this guy up. If we don't get into boss rush, I've sacrificed something that I normally value quite highly for something that is invaluable. Your respect. But people have been like, hey, you kind of fill my Bob Ross, my Darude Sandstorm shaped the whole of my life. No, like when I'm having hard times, I can listen to your videos and relax a little bit, and that's always really nice to hear. Is that you fill kind of a therapeutic niche for other people, because I need people to fill that niche for me as well. I can't do it myself, so I totally get that. I understand that, and I appreciate it. It's like one of the best compliments you can get is that. Your content is therapeutic for people, makes their lives a little easier. It's like a net, not to toot my own horn too much here. That's like a net improvement for the world. But then you got some dude. Do we want Guppy's Paw? Why don't we mix it up and take Mom's Box a little bit? Safety cap, like double the usefulness of safety cap, I guess, or double the uselessness, I guess, depending on your perspective. But. Then you get some people, you ruin my day with you missing the holy mantle in the blah blah, and you're like, okay, well, hopefully like a net positive improvement on the world. We still have our Emperor card. That's all right. Do we not? Oh, it's all the way back here, right? So I'm gonna try it like this. I want to keep one red heart. Because I don't think the negative's that valuable, and I hope we have the opportunity to get a deal with the devil. Although I'm looking at it now, and I'm like, come on, you're not getting any deals with the devil. One thing people have been talking to me about, or at least, I don't want to say complaining, because it kind of sends the wrong message, but criticizing is, if you have an Emperor card, don't use it on the chest, because the chest is a fun floor. And, when you use it on the Cathedral, you're skipping a kind of boring floor that can't give you many more items. Instead of skipping the floor that can give you a bunch of items. That seems like a fair concern to me. That's something I hadn't really consciously considered. What I'd considered mostly is the fact that the chest is harder and thus more dangerous. But if I have the HP to do either, or to do both, I guess I should say, which would also be either, because the Cathedral is just much easier for the most part, I'll skip the Cathedral instead. I think that makes a lot of sense. I used to have that logic, but that, I guess, like, now I'm like, well, if I can skip fighting the gate, that seems pretty sweet as well. Or fighting, like, quadruple gate or whatever those rooms can be now. Okay, so remind yourself, you're going to the dark room this time. There's still an outside chance at least being able to fight Mega Satan, and I think our run could beat Mega Satan, even though it's not anything, like, super special to write home about. But what I'm hoping is that, you know, we'll get battery charges on the ground, we'll get things like Curved Horn. Curved Horn or the Cancer Trinket could take us to another level here, and, you know, it took every bone in my body to not say take us higher and then launch into a Scott Stapp style, you know, actually, NL, that's a guitar solo, the guitar lick, it's played by Mark Tremonti. Scott Stapp is the singer of Creed. You think I don't know this? I'm one of the world's top 2,000 Creed fans, probably. That's, I don't know, it's not true for several reasons. There was a Funny or Die video. Scott Stapp reviews the film Creed, and of course the joke there is that the movie's called Creed, but it's about Apollo Creed's son, you know, the boxer from Rocky. It's not about the band Creed. It was okay. It could have been like 2 minutes shorter. It's like, it treated it as if it was like high concept, but it's not a high concept joke. But I was like, you know what? That sounds like a joke that we would come up with on the NLSS. So I guess I support it. I'm ignoring watch battery just because we're in kind of tough here. And I don't know what watch battery does, so as a result, I'm going to stay away from it for now. If we have a little bit more leeway, I would go for it, but... Oh, come on. I mean, it's my own fault, but come on, regardless. That's not double speed, it's just a little bit more speed. Anything that comes from Mom's box, which... Gross sentence to say. But either way... What, NL, you don't realize your mother is a woman? She has sexual needs? It's not even about that, it's more just calling it her box. Just do what I do and call it Mom's poontang. There's nothing gross about that. We're definitely not fighting Hush on this run, although we may indeed have the chance. Well, I shouldn't say... What? That was like some, like, French impressionist filmmaking or something. It was like the shadow of itself just appeared behind it. Je voudrais un croissant. We didn't get an angel statue. That's disappointing to me. Here's what I think I'll do. I know my limitations. Allow me to take a drink here. I don't trust myself to remember not to go up to the cathedral. So I'm going to use the Emperor card, skip the rest of this floor, make sure that I go down to Shoal. And I'm hoping as well this will clarify where we stand on the run. It's kind of like it's killing two birds with one stone. This should allow us to figure out whether or not we're going to be committing to Mega Satan. If we're not committing to Mega Satan, we just do the Dark Room. We can be happy, you know, knocking one more thing off our post-it note. That's a productive video. But I will forever be sad that I was one bomb away from, like, being able to get the, you know, double trouble here. Oh, it's a deal with the devil! Well, at this point... Oh... Tell you what, I'm not gonna take it. I should take it because it's gonna make us stronger, but I'm not gonna take it on the off chance we get a Joker card. I'm probably not like gonna be too invested into that theory because the odds of us getting a Joker card are not very good. They're quite low. But if we took an item there and we got a Joker card, pretty much 100% odds we'd get a deal with the devil. It might even literally be 100% odds. By not taking an item in there, we do give ourselves at least like a 50-50 chance maybe of getting a deal with the devil. Or sorry, a deal with the angel. So I think there's a chance. I'm not in love with the statistical repercussions of this. It has made us a weaker player or a weaker character right now. But it may be okay. Perks. Well, it's like one of the pills you definitely don't like to see as like your final pill, like your final action on a room, but whatever it is, you know? We at least know it's there for the future. We could maybe use that on a Mega Satan fight and be happy about it. Flatworm, double the effectiveness of Flatworm. Yeah, those are some big old tiers there. I find myself really liking Mom's Box as an item because I just kind of cycle through these trinkets and then take them all, get a little sampling, you know, see what you got. Try it on for size. You like it? You love it? You want some more of it? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. That was just a great 1-2 punch right there. Top tier trinkets, those are obvious, you know. We want Curved Horn. We want the Cancer Trinket. We want, I mean, Rosary Bead may have been up there. I'm still, like, kind of inexcusably foggy about the exact statistical impact of those items. Cursed Skull. Like, yeah, I'm going to be super into teleporting twice as much whenever I use my spacebar item. It's like having car battery in D6. It's like, you know, you don't really know what it's doing. It's got kind of an unseen effect. It is affecting you, but you don't know it, you know, much like long-term consumption of red meat, probably. But, you know, I say that as someone who just had, well, I had pork for dinner. But I could lie to you and say that I had beef for dinner, because we do on occasion. Fairly frequently, actually. Lucky Rock, I mean, that seems like it could be awesome. Well, it's already awesome. It seems like it could be awesome with double the effect if you got it in the early game. I don't know if Stud Finder actually functions on, like, a probabilistic level, so I don't know if it actually benefits from having its effectiveness doubled. But we could find out. But I really feel like this double flatworm is kind of fun. Am I just getting, like, it's like a placebo effect? I think I said placebo, which is, you know, I'm not very proud of that. My favorite meal may be Paschetti, but it is the placebo effect. My favorite meal is not Paschetti, by the way. I'm actually an unabashed kind of like, not a huge fan of noodles. People always go, oh, what do you mean you're not a big fan of spaghetti, you freaking weirdo? But then the second I call somebody out at the deli counter internally for ordering too many kinds of meat, I'm the asshole. Expressing my noodle preferences is cause for character judgment, but if you're being kind of a selfish dude at the deli counter, apparently, that's just I was gonna say a cause célèbre, but that's not really how that phrase is supposed to be used. So I don't believe that we can get a natural deal with the devil here. If you know, the present trends continue, maybe we'll get the opportunity for that in the next expansion, because they just keep expanding like the floors that a deal with the devil can come on. You remember, it's easy to forget, because Afterbirth has now become kind of like our new reality, but it's easy to forget. You used to not be able to get deals with the devil after Mom's Heart. People would all, and this is, I'm almost salty that they changed it, because there's gonna be so many, like hundreds of thousands, not hundreds of thousands, that's ridiculous, but hundreds or close to 1,000 episodes of me being like, yep, got some more idiots telling me to look at the deal with the devil after Mom's Heart because it's got something in it, but it never has anything in it. It's always just a trip down to Shoal. And now they're gonna be like, oh, in my game, the deal with the devil has it, and I'm gonna be like, oh, this video's like 2 years old, dog, come on. I knew that was gonna happen. Whoa, we're back, okay. What's going on with our tiers? We have Rainbow Worm, double the effect of it, so it scares me here. Maybe Cartridge is better for us? We're gonna head down to our next floor. We got no chance to beat Mega Satan on 1 HP. So this is terrible. But what if we win regardless? So we do have, it's not Judas the Shadow. What's our other one? We have 2 Lazarus Rags, don't we? That's the ridiculous part. Let me do my damnedest, okay? I promised a renewed commitment to not only absurdity, but also, you know, trying to play well. One of the ways that we're gonna do that, one of the ways that I could prove that to you is to just do my fucking damnedest to win this one. I'm not considering this a foregone conclusion that we have lost yet. First off, I think we conceivably could beat the Lamb on 1 HP. I don't think it's the most likely outcome if that ends up happening, but I think it's within the realm of possibility. Mega Satan is a little bit more of a long shot there, but I think it could happen. But what we need to do right now, at least, is just prove that we're in it to win it here. No, I had a feeling that was gonna happen. Oh my god, we're just gonna respawn with Lazarus Rags right in here! Oh, I'm dead. I promise I really do have a renewed commitment to winning, but at the same time, this is not the best run to show it off on because I'm gonna die. Oh, just get out of this room. Take your life one step at a time. I live my life a quarter mile at a time. Oh, they totally roasted me. Okay, I'd like to reiterate what I said at the start of the video. I appreciate the feedback. I'm not burned out. I got a smile on my face when I record these all the time. I'm just a naturally kind of diminutive guy. Let me know what you think could help as well. And thank you guys for the support. It's been unprecedented this month. I know a lot of people are loving the content because they're showing that they love the content and they're watching a ton of it. But for those of you who have complaints about it, let me know. And I'm not tuning you out, even though it seems like maybe I'm not responding to every comment people make. But I hope you enjoyed this episode in spite of my death. Really, just a bad fight against Satan there kind of soured us. But for now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button and of course subscribe if you want to see more in the future. And for now, I will see you next time.